welcome. Linda here, back this week with another live session for ITTT. Today we're going to talk about the best countries for teaching English abroad in 2023, next year. It's already December. It's December 9th today here in South Korea. It is 10:30 a.m. where I am. So the new year is approaching fast. Time flies. So that's why we're going to talk about where are the best countries to teach in next year. What are some predictions also for the EFL industry, English as a foreign language industry for next year? What are some things that we see? What are some things that we can expect? And yeah, that's what we're going to talk about today. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining. If you can see me, if you can hear me clearly, just please leave a hi or something in the comment section and let me know where you are watching from today. What country are you watching from? Where are you right now? How are you doing? Thanks for being here. I really, really do appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you're always up to date whenever we go live. This is a weekly thing that we do. So we go live every week, usually at this time, on this day. It's always the same. And topics are changing every week. So every week we're going to talk about something a little bit different. And every first Friday of the month, so last week, that's what we did. We have a Q&A session. So every first Friday of the month, there is no topic assigned. It is a Q&A. So you can ask me your questions. And today also, at the end of every live session, you can ask questions. But also during the live sessions, feel free to leave comments. And I will try my best to answer questions whenever they fit in and they tie in with the topic. Any other questions not related to today's topic, we can do those at the end. Yep, so that's what we're doing today. We have Manal here, who was already posting a comment before the live started saying, "We're waiting." So the wait is over. I'm live now. I hope, Manal, you are here as well. Then we have Nanan or Nanan. I'm not sure how to say it. I'm sorry. Hi, how are you doing? Where are you watching from? Then we have Odana watching from Nigeria and Africa. Awesome. Hi. Thank you for being here. Daniel from Mexico City. Hi, Daniel. Can hear me loud and clear. Perfect. That's awesome. That's what we want to hear. And we have Amitava. How are you doing? I'm great. How about you? How are you doing today? I hope you're having a great day. I know it's very early where you are, so I appreciate you tuning in, Amitava. Maybe one week we should move the live session to a little bit later time for Amitava because it's super early. Amitava is in Kolkata, India. What time is it again? 6:30? 5:30? I don't remember. 4:30? Was it something like that? Or just was it 7:30? I know it was earlier for you. Then we also have Zilla watching from Malaysia. Hi, how are you doing? And we have Debbie Huang from Taiwan. Hi, Debbie. How are you doing today? Great. So we have a very mixed crowd. We have Nigeria, we have Mexico, we got Malaysia, we got India, we got Taiwan, we got me here in South Korea. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much. I see you're all excited about today's topic and you're looking for some inspiration on where to go teach in 2023 and also some kind of trends about teaching English in 2023. Oh, yeah. Amitava says it's 7 a.m. in Kolkata. Yeah, okay. Quite early, quite early. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. I could not wake up that early, but maybe you're still laying in bed and watching. That's cool. Maybe. I don't know. That's what I would do at 7 a.m. Oh, hi. We have Jayanta. I hope I'm saying that right. Jayanta in Sri Lanka. Somehow I want to be an English teacher because I prefer to see progress of students in my country. Yes, that's kind of the best part about being a teacher when you see your students progress. That's really great. Cool. How is everyone doing? So we have people watching here on YouTube. We also have people watching via our Facebook page. So thank you guys so much for being here today. As I said, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I also want to tell you guys, we do have 30% off again today. Yes, we do. So 30% off any TEFL or TESOL course from ITTT. That's always very exciting. Very big discount. So what you can do is you can either, you know this, you can scan this QR code with your phone if you want, or I'm also going to share a discount link with you guys in the comments. So I'm going to do that right now so you can see. It ends with Facebook Live minus Linda. So you copy paste this link into your browser and it will take you to the application page. And then it should say like, congratulations, you qualify for 30% off or something like that. So you can do that if you're not yet TEFL or TESOL certified. We're going to talk about some trends for the new year. And let's just say a TEFL or a TESOL will come in very handy next year. Okay, we have Nanan from Myanmar. Cool. How are you doing? Love it. We have Crystalline. Hi, Crystalline. I remember you. You have a very special name. I remember that. Crystalline Sparks. I love it. Is this your real name? Incredible if it is. I love it. All right. She says, hi, girl. I just wanted to say thank you so much for all your help. I'm officially certified. Oh my God. And I'm now trying to get my degrees in early childhood education and TESOL. Congratulations, Crystalline. That's amazing. Congratulations. I love that. Amitava says, it is not that early in the morning, and usually I am wide awake by this time. I am sitting in front of my desktop. Oh, wow. I am not a morning person, which is why I start this live at 10:30. This is early enough for me. So kudos to you for waking up early and already sitting at your desktop. That's amazing. I could never. All right. Yeah. So if someone's watching here and you guys don't know who I am, let me just introduce myself real quick for everybody who's new here. My name is Linda. I'm a travel writer and content creator, among many other things. I say this every time. But if you're interested in Asia, in teaching English in Asia and living in Asia, particularly in South Korea, where I've been living for the past 7.5 years, go and check out lindagoeseast.com. That's my own personal website. And I share information about Asia and living in Asia on there. Also on Instagram at Linda Goes East. I'm very active over there. I love sharing my photos and reels and everything about my life here and my travels. I recently came back from a trip to Cambodia, which was very, very nice. And I have some stuff up on my Instagram about that. I'm originally from Germany/USA. My mom is German, my dad is American, and I'm based in South Korea. But I also lived in China for a little while, and I taught English in China. I taught English in South Korea. I still teach English now. I also teach some German. If anybody wants to learn, contact me. And yeah, I'm also a TEFL and TESOL marketing professional for ITTT, which is why I'm here talking to you right now. If you're new here and you don't know what ITTT is, ITTT stands for International TEFL and TESOL Training. So we provide teacher training for people who want to become professional English teachers abroad or online or maybe in your own country. You can check us out at teflcourse.net. And ITTT is a leading TEFL and TESOL course provider. ITTT has been around for more than 25 years, operating worldwide, lots of different course options, etc. But most of you will know this. Most of you, I think, are already TEFL or TESOL certified from ITTT. So this is not new information, but we got to mention this for all the people who are new here watching. So yeah. All right. Crystalline here says, fun fact, it's actually my cosplay name, but we're discussing about changing it possibly. Oh my God, that would be amazing. Imagine. You should totally change it. Oh, amazing. Crystalline Sparks. Maybe I should change my name to that. I love it. No, I'm not stealing your name. It's great. Okay. All right. That's enough about me. Okay. We're already jumping into the trends. So, yeah, before we're going to talk about all the individual countries, and I believe, is it 10 countries? I can't remember. I didn't number them. It might be 10 that I'm going to mention, might be less. Uh, I can't remember exactly. But anyway, before we go into depth of talking about specific countries, we are going to have a look and talk a little bit about trends for 2023. A little bit of predictions and some analysis that I found during my research. Just some things good to know if you are planning on teaching English in 2023. What's to come. So let me go back to that slide, and I'm going to make myself smaller so you can read the text. So here are 4 kind of trends or predictions that I found. And the first one here we have is e-learning is here to stay. And this is the same with like remote work is here to stay, all of these things. So e-learning continues to be super popular. It was super popular, had a huge boom because of COVID and the pandemic. And a lot of people, a lot of institutions, a lot of schools, online teaching platforms, students, teachers, we've all seen the benefits of e-learning, right? And just a couple of numbers. So the projected growth of the online education market is expected to rise to 319 billion in 2025, and it was 187 billion in 2019 billion. So it's huge. So this just illustrates the trend towards digital learning, right? It's going to continue over the next years. It is convenient for students, even especially in the English language education industry. A lot of students maybe who don't have access to English teachers or native speakers, fluent English speakers from other countries, they really benefit from this boom. They, even if they live like in the most remote village somewhere, they can have access to a native speaker or a professional English teacher through e-learning, which is really, really great. So we're going to see a lot more of that, a lot more positions for online teaching as well. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that as well at the end. And we're also seeing that now kind of before as well, but the focus now is kind of more on preparing students for the job market. So what I mean by that, because we're getting more globalized, of course, English will remain one of the most important job skills, and more countries are now pushing this actively. They want more focus on writing a resume, for example, for an international employer. They want more focus on communicating with clients from different countries. They want more, for example, reading reports and papers. So a little bit more business English. We're going to see that incorporated even maybe in general English classes. This will be the ultimate goal, is going to be more emphasized, just these job market skills, right? So you might see that when you start a job, that you also will be required to kind of teach a little bit of these skills. So this is where something like the TEFL course for business English, the specialization course for business English, might come in very handy. You will learn about these things in this course. So if you want to kind of stand out, you could, get that and add that to your portfolio. We're also seeing a lot more digital nomad visas in many, many different countries. And I did a live session about that not too long ago. Different countries who rolled out digital nomad visas already. So you can have a look. You can search in our playlist on YouTube or on Facebook, search for digital nomad visas, and you're going to find that live session. But basically, more and more countries are introducing digital nomad visas or remote working visas. So this can basically will allow you or allow teachers to come and teach English online from a variety of countries. So if you prefer, teaching online, but you still want that living abroad aspect of TEFL or TESOL that, a lot of people want to go abroad for teaching English, you can basically combine the two. You can teach online, have all the flexibility in the world, while still experiencing living abroad. So, yeah, we're going to see a lot more of that, which is really, really exciting and great. So, a lot of, as you can see, digital things here coming up. And also, this is kind of the other thing, because the last couple of years were some countries were more closed off than others. So now I think pretty much most of the countries are open, especially for teachers again. We're definitely going to see a little bit more competition for in-person positions now. So as the world is almost fully open again, competition for in-person teaching positions may increase. So that's why it's great that you're here today. You're getting in all of this information, and you can be mindful about that and work on maybe getting an additional certificate or additional training and things. So those are the 4 trends that I just outlined and I think are the most important. So yeah, and Daniel says, I think that this e-learning boom is the best thing since sliced bread, despite what others say. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And actually, I also started teaching English online because of the pandemic. Before that, I had a lot of in-person students, and I actually never saw myself teaching online. I never was really interested in that. But because of COVID, I picked it up. I started teaching online and I've been really enjoying it, and I still do it today. It's just so convenient. So I really like that. It is really the best thing since sliced bread. I agree. Pedro is here too. Hi, Pedro. Nice to see you again. Great. And Crystalline has a quick question, so I'm just going to answer that real quick. So, you can answer this at any time? Yeah, I'm answering it right now. If we are certified now, would we be allowed to use our certificate to substitute teach? This is an interesting question. This depends on, where you live and the school that hires you, if they accept this as a qualification. Substitute positions for teaching abroad are definitely more rare. They usually, if they need like substitute teachers abroad, for example, here in Korea, they would just kind of pick already people who are here for substitute teaching. But for maybe in America or Canada, I don't know where you live. I think you live in America, right? Depends on the school, I would say. Yeah. So a TEFL or a TESOL certificate is definitely not the same as a teaching license, like an American, a US teaching license. It's definitely a little bit of a different thing. TEFL and TESOL is definitely more of a qualification for teaching English abroad, right? So this would depend on the different school or the individual school. All right, then we have Laturg here. Hi, Laturg. Nice topic for today. Yeah, I think so too. I live in Ohio. Okay. Yeah, so that would depend on the schools in Ohio. I'm not sure about that. You would have to check with them. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, these are the trends, and now we're just going to look at the individual countries that I've picked. And I think I sorted them alphabetically, and I think there's about 10. Give or take. So, let's have a look. First one might be a bit of a surprise. Oh, yeah, I do also have a disclaimer. Wanted to mention this too. So, just a note on teaching abroad and COVID. The following countries that I will mention are open. Maybe not all open to travel, actually, but open for teachers. So they are hiring teachers. You can go and teach. But definitely certain nations here that I mentioned have requirements for vaccinations and or mask mandates. For example, masks are still required on public transportation in Spain. Of course, we also see some lockdowns happening in China and things. So Just check your destination's COVID restrictions before travel because they also change all the time. But I mean, they're definitely loosening up across the world. And all of the countries that I mentioned are open for teachers as well. Just a little disclaimer, always before you go, of course, do your research on those things, right? They change all the time. So let's jump in with the first destination, which is, yes, China. Surprise, surprise. So China is again back. And before, when China was kind of in a weird situation, teaching wise, when they were really locked down and they did not let anybody in, that was really a hard time. And we did not recommend China. But now China is back and it is actually best for job availability. So they are really trying to fill these positions again. They're hiring a lot. And China is yet again back and a shining star in terms of teaching abroad. So, why go? Here are just some little bullet points for you. Average salary range we have. So, always the country's own currency and then US dollars behind it. So, a big range as well. You can make from anywhere from 1,200 to 3,500 US a month. Depends on, the type of school, your experience, your background, the city that you will work in China. And then also, as you can see, monthly average cost of living, very low compared to your salary. And you also get some really great perks when teaching in China. Usually you get housing, you get flights, you get health insurance. So you really can save a lot of your salary when teaching English in China. So that's why a lot of people love going to China. You can actually save a lot of money from your paycheck. And then looking at the requirements, so we have definitely a bachelor's degree is required, and also a TEFL certificate of at least 120 hours is required. You also need to be a native speaker from an English speaking country to teach English in China. And you need to have 2 years teaching experience. This is actually 2 years work experience, I believe, not necessarily teaching experience. So any kind of work experience will count. And also, they do have an age limit. So you want to be under the age of 60 for men and under the age of 55 for women. This is because these are the retirement ages for people in China. So it's 60 years old for men and 55 for women. And yes, so we did a live session before, not too long ago, all about teaching English in China in 2023. I had a lovely guest, Dan Wharton from Teach English Global, which is a partner recruitment agency for ITTT. And he focuses on China. He also recruits to South Korea, but mainly China. And this live session, if you're really interested in teaching English in China, you should go and check this out. He shared all the things you need to know, everything you need to know about teaching English in China in 2023, all the current requirements, everything, best cities to teach in, the differences between the schools, how to best find a job. Go ahead and check this out. I really, really recommend it. You don't want to miss that if you're interested in China. Yes, Daniel says ni hao China. Ni hao. Ni hao. Absolutely. So if you're interested in teaching English in China, 2023 is going to be a great year to get back into this country and go and teach there. So again, you want to go and check that out. Oh, and I'm going to share the link with you, of course. I forgot. The link to this past live session about teaching in China. This is it. I just pasted this YouTube link. So if you're interested, go ahead and check it out. It is very long, so you might want to sit down and grab a snack or, watch in installments. It went very long, but it was very in depth. And I really, really am so thankful that we have people like Dan who come on and share their wisdom for everybody here. So. And also, if you're interested in teaching and working with Dan, he can help you find a teaching job in China. And just let me find this, this website. So we have a page on our website if you want to work with Dan for teaching in China or also South Korea. You can go here, teflcourse.net, and then Teach English Global. And you can fill out the application, and then Dan will get in touch with you. So it looks like that if you're interested. Okay, good. That was the first one. So, China. Next up, we have Costa Rica. And this one is best for minimalist living. Very nice nature. You can really have a great time if you're looking for a kind of off the grid natural experience. Costa Rica will be really great for you. And Costa Rica is also an emerging ESL market. So they're also kind of investing more now into English education. You're going to see a lot more English positions there, English teaching positions. And average salary, as you can see, 600 to 1,000 US dollars a month. And the cost of living is also quite high compared to the salary, right? So it might be a little bit challenging. And the perks also depend on the school. We don't really see that many bonuses or flight things. Those are things you will have to negotiate on your own. So that's why the cost of living is quite high compared to the salary. A lot of teachers are taking on private students in their free time or do online teaching on the side. So that's going to be something you might have to do, or you come already with some savings. Requirements for Costa Rica are not that strict compared to other countries. We're going to see definitely you need to have a TEFL certificate. Some teaching experience is preferred, but it's not required. And native speakers are preferred, but fluent English speakers are also okay. So it might be a great place to go if you're not all about the money, and you just want to have a great experience in a beautiful country and you're a nature lover, then I think Costa Rica might be just the place for you. So yeah, that is that. I have not more to say, I think, about Costa Rica, but I would love to go. I mean, the nature landscape looks amazing. The only thing you would have to just figure out is a little bit the finances. You need to figure out, how you can supplement your income a little bit. Or you just need to be really good at negotiating your contract with your TEFL employer or teaching employer over there. So, yeah. All right, next up, we have France. And France is best for language immersion. If you want to learn French, for example, you should definitely go to France and learn and pick up a new language. Here we have salary range from 790 to 1,970. And the cost of living, though, that is a bit of a problem, right? The cost of living in France, depending on the city where you are, is quite high. You're not going to get any additional benefits, no perks normally, but it is France. That's why everybody wants to go, right? So, what I would recommend is maybe looking into the TEPIV program. So, the TEPIV program is a teaching program from the French government, and they hire English teachers through this program, and it gives you a little bit of a better situation, and they have a lot of support and can kind of help you out a little bit. So most TAPIV program participants, they just finished college and they do the program during the school year after they graduate. So this is what the ideal candidate looks like, what most people do. So if you want to do this, you need to apply during the fall of your senior year of college. So this is just good to know, right? You can also head to tapiv.org, which is the official website for this program, and check out all the details. Generally, for teaching English in France, you will need to have a bachelor's degree, a TEFL certification, and for the TAPIV program, you also need to have French language skills. You need to be B1 or higher. You need to prove that as well. So you need to have like a TEFL, I think it is, a TEFL certificate or any other French language certificate, at least a B1 or higher. So, yeah, if you're interested in teaching English in France, you can also obviously find positions that are not through the TEFL program. And so on our website, we do have a job section, which is completely free to use for anyone. Let me just share that with you as well. And this will come in handy for every country that I'm going to talk about today. So you just head to our job section on the website and you filter for the country you want to teach in. And you can browse current job offers. And even if you're not ready to teach yet, you can pick the country or the countries you're interested in and kind of browse through the job offers. I'm not sure if they're posting on Facebook, if this works. Is this coming through? I'm getting like an error that it's not coming through. I hope it went through now. So basically what I would recommend if you're at the beginning of this journey, pick the country where you want to go to or the countries you want to go to and kind of browse the job offers and see what are the typical requirements and also like the typical like benefits or salary ranges if it's mentioned. Just what are the typical requirements, and then you know what you kind of have to work towards. I think that's a good idea. So yeah, France will be a great place to be in 2023. It's always a hot destination, very popular for teachers. So this TEFL program is also very competitive. So you really need to kind of get a head start. You need to start early for this. And that's why you also have to have French language skills. It is France, after all. They love French. So, and I was reading on the TEFL website that you will have to do some things in French, which is why you need to be able to have these language skills for the TEFL program. But this is not for all of the teaching positions in France. Not for all of them, you need to have French language skills. If you don't, but you still want to go to France, you can still find positions where it's not required. This is just for the TEFL program. Daniel says, sadly, je ne parle pas français. Oh. Yeah. I actually studied French for I think 8 years in total, and I'm not very good. I can understand and read, but I can't speak it anymore, I think. I need to do a refresher course. But yeah, anyway, France. Okay, next up. So we talked about China, we talked about Costa Rica, we talked about France. So let's see which country's next. Next up, okay, Japan. Japan is also on every list of teaching English abroad. Japan is super popular, and Japan is actually really great for professional development. They really have a lot of options for you to develop in your teaching career. So let's talk about it. Japan actually has some of the highest salaries to be found anywhere in Asia. And it's currently between 1,400 to 4,000 US dollars. But the cost of living is also on the rise, right? It's between 1,300 and 2,200. But the great thing about teaching English in Japan, you're going to get a lot of great perks, a lot of housing. We're seeing that. A lot of free flights, health insurance. You're also going to have some contract completion bonuses. And they also have a successful and super popular teaching program, which is called the JET program. And you can check out those details at jetprogram.org. And they spell it the British way with MME program. Yeah, like I said, it's a very competitive program. It's a very well-established, long-standing program. So if you're completely new to teaching English abroad, you're completely new to maybe moving to Japan or moving to Asia, I would really recommend going through this program. If you can, of course, it's competitive. Not everybody can make it, unfortunately. But if you fulfill the requirements, you need to have a degree in any subject. So a bachelor's degree, university degree. You also need to be obviously fluent in the English language. You do not need to be an English native speaker, actually, for the JET program, which is really great. You need to be fluent, and you also need to have a strong desire and willingness to pass on your language knowledge to your students. You also need to be interested in Japan, they say on their website. So I think a lot of people can tick these boxes very easily, and you can check it out. They also have some strict kind of application deadlines. They usually hire very, very far in advance. So you might actually already be too late for 2023, or it might be then the end of 2023. With programs, you usually need to be on top of things very early, but that's why we're talking about it now. So maybe you can prepare yourself in 2023 to be ready to teach the following year. You can fill out your application next year. I think they might, I actually didn't check the dates for this, but check it out on their website. But again, you don't have to go through the program. They also have a lot of other teaching jobs, positions, which are not through the program. So again, I would suggest going on our website, checking out the job section, and looking for these non-JET program positions. And they hire pretty much at any time, private schools especially. So you don't need to do the JET program necessarily. Yeah. Okay, we have a question here from Samander. Peace be upon you. Hi, how are you? I want to ask about TESOL. How can I attend your course? I'm from Uzbekistan. Yeah, so most people actually complete the course online. So you can actually do it online from your home, wherever you are in the world, from Uzbekistan, from your laptop, from your phone, even if you want to. Go to teflcourse.net, and I would recommend you use this link that I shared in the comments section, which ends with Facebook Live minus Linda. This will actually get you 30% off our TEFL course. So, yeah. Of course, we also have in-class TEFL courses, but I think we don't have we might have a location in Uzbekistan, actually. So go to our website. If you want to take an in-class course, you can find those in the in-class course section. And we might actually have Tashkent as a location. But I'm not sure if there are any available dates at the moment. You can check that out. Yeah, not at the moment, I think. But an online course is just as recognized as an in-class course. So, and it also more budget-friendly, usually. And then if you use this link, you're also going to get 30% off. So you might want to take a online TESOL course. You can also always reach out to us with any questions about courses, course locations, anything like that via email. Don't hesitate. Just reach out to us, and a course consultant will get back to you. That is courses@tesol-tefl.com. Just shoot us an email, and we'll get back to you, and we will give you a consultation. What might work best for you. All right, nice. So this was Japan. We also did a live session before with 3 ITTT course graduates from Japan, or teaching English in Japan. So you can also check this out. Very interesting stuff. Some of them are working in the JET program, so they give some tips and some more information about the JET program. If that's something you're interested in, just look for our playlist. We have over 2 years worth of live session videos now in our playlist. It's crazy. It's already been going on for over 2 years. Insane. So, yeah. Okay. Let's move on. Next destination, South Korea. Okay, so I guess it's not sorted alphabetically, actually. Or it might be. Are we having a lot of T destinations after this? Maybe. It might actually be sorted alphabetically. But we're at S already, so it might not be 10 destinations. I don't know. Anyway, South Korea, best for job benefits. You're going to get a lot of great perks when you come to teach English in Korea. And again, you're also going to find some of the highest salaries to be found anywhere in Asia here as well, between 1,100 and 4,400 US dollars. Cost of living is also actually lower, I believe, than in Japan, 1,000 to 1,400. And because you're getting all of these great perks like free housing, free flights, health insurance, contract completion bonuses, you're also getting a pension So you pay into the national pension scheme, and when you leave, you get all of that money back, which can be a couple $1,000s depending on how long you stayed here. So that allows you to save a lot of money from your monthly paycheck with all of these great perks. They also, here in South Korea, they have a program called the English program in Korea, the EPIC program, which is similar to the JEF program in Japan that I just talked about. Kind of the same thing. Also competitive, but a great opportunity if you're completely new and you're kind of looking for the support. Um, that's really great. So they always have orientation at the beginning of the program, and you always have kind of someone you can contact. They would pick you up from the airport. You have orientation, and then you will be placed at a public school around Korea. So very exciting. Check it out. For South Korea, you're also going to need a degree, a bachelor's degree, a university degree in any subject. It doesn't have to be in English. It can be in anything else. It can be in science, in math, in art. Doesn't matter. You also need to have a TEFL certificate. And unfortunately for Korea, you need to be a native English speaker from certain English speaking countries. Those are only 7 English speaking countries that are accepted with this. And that is Canada, America, United States, Ireland, UK, South Africa, Australia, and New Zealand. I think that's all of them. So unfortunately, only those are able to go at the moment to South Korea. So yeah. And I can speak to this. This is definitely true with all the benefits and, best for job benefits. Also great for job opportunities. Once you're here, you can actually do a lot. I mentioned this the other day that pretty much every week I get like a message or an email, a text from someone who's looking for an English teacher. You can really find a lot of jobs here. So once you're in, you're good to go. Right, we have a question here from Madame Macabre. Macabre? Okay. If I take a combined class in Spain in September, is there still a high chance for me to find a job, even if I miss the peak period? September. Oh, I do not know at the top of my head the peak seasons for Spain, but with any like private schools are hiring usually throughout the entire year. If private schools are typically the most the biggest employer for English teachers in Europe. It's not so much the public schools, so you're not going to rely so much on these peak hiring seasons. So I think you will be good if you're applying for private schools. Again, I would recommend go to our website, go to in the header it says jobs, and then look for Spain and look at these job offers in there and see like what they typically say. Here we have one. Well, this is different. This is a 3-month thing, but here a lot of them are looking even like immediately. So you're gonna find something, especially if you do a combined course and you're already in Spain, you're ready, you're already there, you're gonna have a high chance to find something. So yeah, good luck. Okay. I think maybe Spain will be actually next. Let's see. Yeah, perfect timing. Great. All right, perfect timing. So Spain, great for work-life balance. There's a lot of great stuff to do in Spain. The culture is also very chill. Mediterranean, Southern European, they usually value a lot of their work-life balance and free time. So monthly salary range here in Spain, we have between 690 and 1,770. Cost of living is about the same, 800 to 1,200. So this is with all of the places kind of in Europe. It's hard. Europe is expensive and they do not pay that great. But in Spain, most of the time you actually get health insurance, which is awesome. But a lot of teachers are going to have to supplement their income a little bit. So you can take on, again, online students, private students in your free time, or you can do other jobs, of course, in your free time. So yeah. They also have a teaching program that I just want to mention, which is called the NELCAP program, from the Spanish government. And this is their website. You can check that out. They also hire for schools throughout Spain, which is really great. So for Spain, you need to have a bachelor's degree for the teaching assistant program, which is the NALCAP program. For private schools, is it private schools and public schools? I feel like this is wrong. Teaching license for private schools. I think this should be public schools. A teaching license for public schools. Maybe I typed something wrong here. Anyway, the teaching assistants, they should also be under 60. So there is an age limit with the NALCAP program. You want to be under 60 years old. And yeah, also with Spain, you can find a lot of jobs. Actually, you don't have to go through the NALCAP program. You can find jobs on your own as well. Again, I would recommend going to our job section on the website, looking for Spain, and you see like there's um, a lot of schools contact us. So you can find, even if there's here, for example, is a good job offer, but it's already older a little bit. It's been posted a while ago. But you can still take these email addresses from these schools and contact them, because usually they need teachers every year. Some teachers, they just stay 1 year and then they need to hire again. So also, Madame Macab, I recommend doing that. We have a lot of job offers here for Spain on our site, I see. You can take these email addresses and literally just email all of these schools, even if the job offer is old, because they're, like I said, always, most of them are always looking for teachers every year. Someone's leaving, so they need a new one. So just do that, even if it's an older job offer. Always just email them. Mass email. Yeah. Okay, so this is Spain. What do we have next? Next up, Taiwan. So this is actually a good country for infrastructure. Yeah, great for traveling. You can get around very easily. It's also a great place to be. You're like sort of in the heart of Asia. You can easily travel to East Asia, Japan, Korea. You can also easily go to Southeast Asia. Taiwan Taipei Airport is a huge airport connecting other countries in the region. So it's a great place to be for infrastructure and exploring other parts of the world. Here we have also very good salaries, between 2,000 and 2,400. And here again, Asia, that's why I love it. The cost of living is low, so you can actually live, you can actually save some money, and you also get some great perks. Here again, like housing, paid flights, health insurance, and also contract completion bonuses. So again, that's why I like this part of the world. Asia, you actually get stuff, right? You get perks, you get a good salary, cost of living is low, you can actually live and have a good time. You're not struggling like maybe if you were when you're teaching in Europe. Anyway, requirements here also, you will need a university degree, a bachelor's degree. You also need to be a native speaker from an English speaking country. And there is no age limit like the other countries we mentioned, but usually under 60 years old is preferred for Taiwan. So, and this is, I love Taiwan. I've only been once, unfortunately, and I really want to go back soon. It's just a great vibe. Like, I recommend it. If I could probably choose, I would probably move to Taiwan too, to be honest. Taiwan is great. Great food, great people, great culture. So yes. Sci-fi news. I'm probably saying this wrong. I'm sorry. Sci-fi news says keep this live on YouTube. I'll watch it later. Yes, we always keep our live sessions on our channel. So don't worry. You're gonna find it. We have a playlist called Live Events. You're gonna find it there. You can watch it later. You can also still comment later, and we'll get back to you as well in the comment section. Don't worry. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, cool. Now I really want to go to Taiwan. I don't know. I'm seeing this picture and I'm like, yeah, this is great. Wanna go. All right, Taiwan. So we spoke about a lot of countries already. I hope there was something that you liked, but it's not over yet. We still have a couple, actually. Let's see. We have a few left. Let's see here. Next up, we have Thailand. Of course, Thailand. Thailand is great. Also, one of the most popular countries for teaching English abroad, and this just also continues in 2023. And Thailand is really great for non native English teachers. And I actually know a lot of people, also a lot of people who work at ITTT who have taught in Thailand, native speakers and also just fluent, also fluent English speakers, great teachers from other countries. So, and they also love Thailand. I mean, Thailand is a great country anyway to be. Great food, great people, again, great places to visit. So most teachers in Thailand, just good to know, they work at government schools or in private language academies. So those are the two big ones. And most positions can be found in Bangkok, in Chiang Mai, and in Phuket. Average salary range between 850 and 2,500 US dollars a month. And the cost of living, it's going to depend on where you live, but it's going to be between 1,000 to 2,000 US dollars a month. But with Thailand, teaching in Thailand, most of the time, you also get free housing, you get health insurance. So that's really going to help you out with your money. Requirements, typically you need to have a degree. This can be in any subject. That's fine. It doesn't have to be English or TESOL. It can be anything. You need to have a TEFL course as well of at least 100 hours. And there is, again, no age limit, but people usually prefer under 60 years old. And yeah, so again, here in the requirements, you can see it is not a requirement to be a native English speaker in Thailand. So this is a great destination for anyone who might be struggling to find positions because they are not a native English speaker. Thailand is very much open to hiring anyone, of course, with the right qualifications. So yeah, great. Thinking, like, did I forget anything about Thailand? It's probably also one of the places I would move to, at least for a little while, to teach. Super exciting. Yeah. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, of course. We also have a Middle Eastern country, the United Arab Emirates. And of course, this region is best for money, high salary. The Middle East really usually pays the highest salaries in the entire world for English teachers. And also, most of the salaries are tax free. So, but more on that later. United Arab Emirates, what's great here is that 90% of the population is expats from all over the world, especially in Dubai, I think. Not all of the UAE, but specifically Dubai. It's a very international, multicultural place, which is super awesome. And you also get some attractive benefits here, like paid airfares, furnished apartments, health insurance, contract completion bonuses. So you don't have any of these expenses you don't have to worry about. And you get super high TEFL salaries between 3,300 to 5,500 tax free, right? So you don't pay any income tax here, which is amazing. And the average cost of living compared to the salary, look, it is very low, and you don't have to pay rent. You get your apartment. You don't have to worry about your health insurance. You don't have to worry about any airplane flights. So it's really great. You can really make a lot of money teaching English in this part of the world, but the requirements are usually a little bit more strict compared to other countries. So you will need to have a bachelor's degree at least, and sometimes some schools even ask for master's degrees here. You need to have a TEFL certificate as well. And previous teaching experience is also a huge plus for teaching in this part of the world. So basically, the better, and I mean, this goes for any job, but the better your qualifications, the more opportunities you will have, of course. So but this is definitely true here in the United Arab Emirates. So this is usually a place that I see where English teachers who have already taught in other countries, for example, people who've taught in China, people who've taught in Korea or in Japan or Taiwan, once they've done that for a couple of years, then some of them decide to move to the Middle East. I've seen that many times. So it's usually not a first timers teaching destination. It's usually for people who already have experience and who've already taught for a few years. But still, some people go as first time teachers. It's not impossible, of course. So, yeah, just wanted to put that out there. Great destination to go for money. If you're all about making money, this is the place to be. And I think this is the last one that we have is Vietnam. And Vietnam is great for the teaching and traveling experience if you want to see a lot of cool places. Vietnam is a beautiful country. Beach resorts, but also mountains. So you're going to get the best of both worlds here. Most teachers in Vietnam, they usually work for private language schools and mostly in the big cities like Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi. Salary range is between 1,200 to 2,200, and that's pretty good considering the low cost of living. So you're going to pay around 900 to 1,400 a month. And perks also include health insurance here. So you're probably not going to get paid housing, but some schools, I have seen that before in some job offers that we get here at ITTT, where they also cover that and sometimes also flights. So you might be able to negotiate that. But most commonly, it will be only health insurance. But maybe depending on your qualification, if you're already experienced, or you might be able to just negotiate those things on top of your contract. For Vietnam, nowadays, they really also want native English teachers. You need to be a native English speaker. You also need to have a bachelor's degree. And also, many employers will want to have a TEFL or a TESOL certificate of at least 120 hours. And here also, you should be under the age of 60 years old because of local retirement age restrictions. There's no teaching program here. So you will have to look for a job either with a recruiter or just on your own. Again, you can go to our job section. Vietnam is very popular, so we have a lot of positions there. I'm just checking now. Yeah, here, full-time teachers needed in Vietnam, teacher wanted in Hanoi, teaching positions available in Vietnam. So really a lot. Ho Chi Minh City. So go ahead and go there and email these people. Like I said, even if the job offer is already older, take those contacts. Here, every job offer on our site has the school name and their email address at the top. So what I would do if I really wanted to go to this one country, wherever, if it's Vietnam or a different country, take all of these contacts and email them, even if the job offer is old or they haven't posted. Because like I said, the turnaround is so fast with English teachers. It's usually, a year and then they move on. Not always, but so usually schools, they are looking for teachers every year, right? So do that and just email everybody. All right, good. I think this was the last one. Let's have a look. Oh, there is a bonus, of course. Yes, how could I forget? So, of course, I also want to talk about teaching English online in 2023. In the beginning, when we spoke about the predictions, we talked about how online e-learning and the digital nomad visas, they really are perfect. They laid a foundation for online teaching. Also in 2023, it's just a great way. Again, this is best for convenience. Of course, you can literally teach from at home or a different country, right? If you live abroad, This is also great for supplementing your income if you work in one of those countries with lower salary but high cost of living. Or teaching online is also great for getting initial teaching experience before you then go abroad. So you can really work from anywhere in the world with this. You can also take command of your own schedule, right? You can work whenever you want when you teach online, pretty much. Average salary range really varies from platform to platform. So usually you can make between $15 to $30 an hour. And then the more hours you teach, the more money you make. So you also have kind of that in your hands. Typically, you will need a bachelor's degree, a TEFL certification, online teaching equipment like a microphone, for example, or just a laptop, of course, maybe some light. I have a ring light here, those things, but they're not necessary. The most important thing is a good internet connection for teaching English online. You might also have to invest in some props if you work for, one of those companies like VipKid, QKids, who kind of cater to children. You want to have some props. But yeah, the requirements also, this is for with teaching online. I think I don't have this here in the slide. I just wanted to let you know. Was it that? Oh yeah, we were going to talk about this too. Anyway, so with teaching online, pretty much you choose between two options. So one is a teaching online organization like VipKid, QKids, Magic Ears. These are all big companies, and usually these provide you with the curriculum. They provide you with the teaching material, and they assign students to you. So you don't have to prep anything. They give you everything. However, the other side is a teaching platform, an online platform. And there you would basically register and you create your profile, put your picture, you put your text, you put maybe an intro video, and you list all of the lessons that you offer and you set your own price. With the other platforms like QKids, the companies, you can't do that. You get like a fixed, you can't set your own price. On the online teaching platforms, you can. And for the online teaching platforms, usually some of them have no requirements, right? Because it's the students who then browse the profiles and they can see your qualifications and they decide if they want to book your lessons or not. So even if you don't have any qualifications at all, you can sign up and students can find you and book you there. So this really depends. And if you want to learn more about teaching English online and how that all works, I did a very thorough live session about everything you need to know about teaching English online. And I'm going to share the link with you as well if you're interested in starting to teach English online. You can have a look, which is this one right here. So I just pasted that in the comments, this link, YouTube link. Have a look, have a watch, have a listen. And yeah, so that's all. This is how you can find ITTT online. I think you already know by now. And then I'm going to be able to take a couple of questions before I sign off. And I see Daniel's comment here. Daniel says, I didn't know there's a chance for non-native English teachers to teach in Japan. That's interesting. Yes. Yeah, actually, we have a lot of ITTT course graduates who teach in Japan, and many of them are non-native English speakers. So, yep. It's doable. Something you could do, Daniel. Why not? That would be awesome. Yep. So, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, right? I just wanted to mention this one more time. And we also, again, still have 30% off any TEFL or TESOL course from ITTT. You can scan this QR code, or again, I'm going to share the link with you in the comments. You can have a look. It ends with Facebook Live minus Linda. This is it. Copy paste this link and you get 30% off any TEFL or TESOL course from ITTT. All right. And if there are any questions, let me know. Let me know. We're already over 1 hour now, so I'm not going to do too long. But of course, if somebody has a very a question that they really want to get answered, of course, I'm going to answer it. Okay. So just going to give it a couple more minutes here. to really make sure everybody gets their question answered. Oh, and I also wanted to know which country did you like the most? Which country did you like the most now? I really think about Taiwan now. I need to look in. Is Taiwan open? I need to look into that. I want to visit Taiwan. Is Taiwan open for tourism? Oh, it says Taiwan is open for travel. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Sounds like maybe I need to book a trip there. Anybody wants to go with me? Let's go to Taiwan, guys. Let's go together. Oh, okay. They opened in October, it looks like. Yeah. Let's see. Interesting to know. Anyway, does anybody have a question about today's live session about 2023, teaching English in 2023? Any other TEFL, TESOL related questions? I can still answer them. Oh, good question. Daniel says, Linda, did you mention something about non-native English teachers being able to teach in the UAE? Yeah, so typically their requirements are more strict in this part of the world, and many of them do want native English teachers, but some countries in this region, they are more lax. So usually that is places like Jordan, Egypt, but then you're also going to have lower salaries there. So, yeah. But again, this usually also depends on, the individual school. So if you're a really great teacher and you have all the skills, they might also hire you, right? You also, let me see on our job board for, let's do United Arab Emirates, what it says there exactly. UAE, where is it? United. I think we have to just pick the Middle East. The Middle East. Where is it? Oh, here, Middle East. Saudi Arabia, for example. Oh, United Arab Emirates. Teaching positions, Dubai. What does it say? Tax-free salary. Here, requirements, teaching experience and teaching qualifications, TEFL, TESOL. That's it. It doesn't say anything about native in this one. Yeah, nothing. So, Here, one more. Dubai. What are they saying? Dubai. Here it says native level English speaker. So native level. So if you're very fluent, it doesn't say native English speaker. It says native level English speaker. So just a very good English speaker. So yeah. It's not, they don't want only native English speakers here. All right, Amitava says, yes, Linda, Taiwan is open for tourists and teachers as well. It sounds interesting. So let's go to Taiwan jointly with you. Yeah, let's go. Let's go to Taiwan. I'm down. I love Taiwan. I really want to go back. Yeah, I want to. Taiwan is awesome. Cool. All right. Good. I think then we're going to end it here. I don't want it to go too long today. Again, if you have any questions, even after this live session, you can leave it in the comments and we'll get back to you. The Turk says, let's go exploring and teaching in Taiwan. Yeah, let's go. Thank you for another great live session. Happy weekend. Thank you, Liturk. Happy weekend. And let's just say goodbye to everybody. So happy weekend, everybody. Thank you so much for watching today and joining me again. I really appreciate it to see all of your regular faces. Daniel and Amitava and Liturk. And we had Crystalline and Madame Macabre and Sci-Fi. Samander. Who else? Crystalline, yeah, Pedro, yeah, Nan, Jayantha, Debbie, Zilla, Odana, Manal, everybody. Thank you so much for being here and watching it today and asking your questions and your comments. It's just super useful and helpful for others. And yeah, I see you again next week then. Same place, same time. I'll be here. I hope you'll join me again for another exciting topic, hopefully. So thank you all. And I wish everybody a happy weekend. And then see you hopefully again next week. All right? Thank you guys. Bye.